All right, class. Looks like most of you guys are done here. What I want you to do now is hold on to your paper first of all, and go ahead and break away from your partner and put the desk back in the normal rows as they were earlier. And then I'll give you guys further direction. Thank you. Also, make sure your names are on your papers too, guys. And put the documents back. Yeah, that's fine. You guys either? All right, hey, listen up. I want all phones down, eyes on me. Everybody. All right. So with your paper in front of you, and the content fresh in your guys' minds, I want you to have some self-reflection here. I want you to, by yourself, think in your mind, if you think the New Deal was, a failure or a success. I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to kind of have that self-reflection. Sit down, do not talk, and think. Form an opinion here, guys. And we're going to go ahead and transition after this in the next activity. So your 30 seconds start right now. Okay. So, now that you guys have had time to kind of reflect on the situation, now, what I'm going to do is I want, first and foremost, everyone here who thinks, remember guys, after reading these primary sources, everyone here who thinks the New Deal was a success, raise your hands. All right, go ahead, put your hands down. Everyone who thinks the New Deal was a failure, raise your hands. 2 hands, okay. I like it. 2, 3, interesting. Now, for those of you who just raised your hands, I need you guys to stick to your gut there, and everyone in the middle, you guys have to choose a side. There's going to be no middle for this one. You have to choose a side. You have to choose one side. You have to form an opinion. Okay. So whoever's in the middle, go to the failure side or the success side.
I feel like that's the success.
You are smart. See, this is good. All right. Everyone who thought that the New Deal was a success, go to this side of the room. Whoever thought it was a failure, I want you on this side of the room. I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Let's go. Keep your papers down. Good, I'll think it's a failure. That's fine, no, perfect, fine. Go ahead and we're going to have discussion then. Good. Get you guys up and moving around. All right. So, you guys think the New Deal just did not work out, right? This side of the room.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are thinking the New Deal was a success? Alright. Guys, listen. We're about to have a little debate here. I'm going to go ahead and facilitate. I'm going to start it off by calling on somebody. And I want you guys to have, like a healthy, rich conversation about two conflicting opinions, kind of grappling one another. This is going to be interesting. Joseph, the man with two hands in the air. I want you to start us off with this debate, and you are debating against them. And whoever wins the debate, things will happen. Let's go, John.
Okay.
Start us off.
Well, I believe that if the New Deal was a success,
You can look at all of us, too.
I believe that if the New Deal was a success, then they would have gotten out of depression quicker, and we would have had jobs for everyone. If they truly did it correctly, there wouldn't have been they should have, in the way they were structuring it, if they would have done it correctly, it would have reduced racism, but it really didn't. And in many cases, the other races suffered a lot more than the white people were given all the advantages while the others suffered.
Interesting. Very interesting. We're going to go ahead and start with that point right now, okay? All right, over here. I want someone to justify your claim to why it was a success, or if you disagree with Joe, please speak up. Richard, you're up. Go ahead. Why is this a success? Because Joe's brought up a good point, right?
Well,
Racism.
Joseph did bring up a really good point, especially considering obviously the New Deal was mostly biased towards whites, but they did obviously, some of them, like Roosevelt, tried to be able to help like with Native Americans, stuff like that, but he was obviously afraid of like the people in legislation who were Southern Democrats who didn't want, he was afraid that they were gonna reject all his ideas because they don't want to find out the idea of race. So that's kind of one of the reasons he couldn't really help them in a way.
Interesting. And you're still thinking, now, do you think it was like 100% success?
No, it's not definitely not 100% success, but I'd say overall.
Overall, it's a success? Okay. Marissa, I saw your head nod. You want to capitalize on that. Why do you think the New Deal was a success? Guys, let's know.
It did give children food that they didn't have in the beginning of the Depression because the schools were feeding them. And with that, people had to make food so they could make jobs for the women.
Did you guys hear that? Made jobs for the women. Okay, that sounds like a success, right? Because not many presidents and legislation have been able to do that. Guys, I want your eyes over here. Go ahead. We have another point here.
I just think it would be an overall success because at the peak of the Depression in 1932, the unemployment rate was at 22.5%, and over the span of 9 years, in 1941 it dropped over 16.5% to 6%. So
6%. We have statistics, everybody. I don't know about you guys, but their arguments sound pretty good right about now. Their arguments sound real good. Okay, go ahead, please.
What, based on that percentage, how many of those people, were white? Because they probably got put up first before all the other races because they were privileged over everyone else.
Well, she does bring up a valid point. You know what I mean? And the question is, what do you guys think? Do you think it was, like a white privilege thing? Or do you think, there's no way to find out the exact numbers for that?
I mean, they did employ 80,000 Indians, so. Yep.
Backed it up with facts. My man. Good. But no. You did bring up a good point. For real. All right, Joe, go ahead and say your piece, and I'm going to call this one up.
Reservations today, if you ever go to one, especially up, Midwest and Northwest, they are crime-ridden. It's sad. People are still in poverty, and due to the welfare programs, a lot of them, they just fall back on those instead of actually going outside of the reservations to get jobs. So you know, they have higher crime rates and, you know, they suffer. And I believe that if they would have done something better with this, with the New Deal, then they wouldn't be suffering right now, and they would be successful.
So, he's thinking the New Deal, you know, kind of made the Indian or the Native Americans live the way they are nowadays, right? So you think they're suffering, a portion of them, right, with the crime on the reservations and stuff? And it's because of what?
It's because of the welfare programs that they were, that they had in those reservations, and they were, since, you know, we were so apologetic for them because of putting them on the reservations, it still kept them on the reservations. There was, you know, it didn't actually help move them off into the world. You could tell that we still wanted to keep them in the reservations.
Okay.
We're moving them out.
Got you. Now, with that being said, let's move on and say, you know, I want to hear from a different mindset. Those are very good points here. Ashley, give me a reason why you think it was a failure. Because you're like way over here on this side. Go ahead.
They were talking about the percent like drop after the new deals were set, right? That's what they
Mm-hmm.
year one.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't take into account like later during the deal that it went back up. And I don't know what happened, but it like went up 3% out of nowhere.
Whoa.
So it didn't stay.
Did you guys see that? That spiked back up again? Why do you guys think that happened? What's that? Dust Bowl. I mean, that's a great answer actually, guys. The Dust Bowl. You know what I mean? Is that the New Deal's fault?
No.
Ooh, see, now I'm leaning over here a little more. All right, I want to hear what Tyler has to say though to combat against that. Tyler Costa. What do we got? You're sitting on the failure side, right?
Yeah, but we're
And-
not off the topic.
Well, I heard something earlier that you said that kind of was interesting.
The reservations and
Yeah.
Indians and stuff like that. How like, was the AAA favoritized like white farmers and took off like 100,000 blacks, like the black Indians and stuff like that. So they were jobless, and then after that, they put like 10 million towards the reservations and Indians, but like, why are we helping them out? They didn't want to help at the time anyways. And then at that point, I mean, we helped them out, and then like Joe said, they're just leaning back on us for welfare, you know? You get spoiled when you're younger, you don't rely on yourself later on, so.
Do you guys have anything to combat against that? No, go ahead. Say that again. Keep going. You
I
guys are
said
doing
back
well.
to the 30,000 Indians is in, or the 80,000, 80,000,
Whoa.
whatever he said. That doesn't, like, there was 100,000 African Americans that, like, were unemployed and lost their jobs over 8
She does bring up a point. I'm sure someone wants. Thank you, Giselle. Guys, listen up.
I mean, although the New Deal had its faults, it was better than nothing, because before when nothing was happening, like, it was just the same, so there was no change, so it was better than nothing.
No, I do agree that, like, she does have a good point where, like, at least Roosevelt, like, did try to help, but it's like, if he didn't help, I don't know if there would be, like, a big difference.
See, these are really, really good points, you guys.
Like,
Really good points.
like, if he, like, yeah, he stepped in office and he made, like, some things, and, like, some things, like, were good, but other things kind of made it worse. So at the end of the day, like, it kind of just evens out, like, with the good and the bad, but.
Yeah, because you're kind of on the fence too. Cole, I saw your hand up.
I was kind of saying like it helped some things, but it also made a lot of things worse. But there was also in Document F, like there was people making songs about they'd rather be dead than living in this time period.
That is, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Wait, so what were those fire, like the radio things?
The
that-
fireside chats.
Yeah, so when you get on those, he made a statement like saying that he was gonna give, like he was giving people jobs, but only a quarter of that. So what happened to the rest of the other ones? Like, they kind of were given false hope. So.
See, and God, see, that's okay. These guys are doing really well backing it up by statistics. You are 100% correct. 1 second here. Now, but what Giselle said. Now, would you sometimes think, you know, is it better than nothing? I see a lot of head nods here. What do you think, Alex?
Well, I think that how do you know if it's going to help anything if you don't try? So you have to try now. And if you try, there might be big success, which there was in a lot of ways with reducing the unemployment rate and employing like 85,000 new Indians. And
Better than nothing. They're trying. Okay, they're making like some solid points. You did have your hand up though.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm thinking about it.
Hold on. I want Stephanie. I want to hear from you, ma'am, because you're on the not so good side. Just off the top of your head here, I just want you to think they're at least trying, but did they try hard enough?
No, obviously they didn't try hard enough because many other things were not success, and they were not feeding everyone.
Okay. Great point. All right, so someone had their hand up. Was it Guadalupe? Yes. What do you have to say?
It was not much of a success. There were homeless people doing this.
Straight to the point, right? Go ahead.
If you guys expect it to be a success so quickly, like it's so unrealistic. Like we went through, the depression was so big, and the fact that everyone is expecting automatic 100% success is like the most unrealistic way, because you can't just turn around a nation within like a week.
Yes, Jessica.
You can never expect everyone in the world to have a job. Like there's always going to be unemployed people, so it's really unrealistic to expect everyone just to get a job. Just because some things are coming out, but it's better than nothing.
Very good points. Very, very, very good points. Guys, you can't see, I'm the facilitator here, first of all. And you can't Sam brought up a really good point. There's still gonna be unemployed people, you know what I mean? It's not like the New Deal just came in and they waved their wand, right? And just said everyone has jobs. That's what she was saying. You know what I mean? Cole had his hand up.
I was saying they have the percentages for how many people did have jobs, but how many didn't, and how many people were put out of jobs later in times.
I think that was a big part of it, because I would expect I understand where you're coming from about the whole a lot of people it takes time, but with the percentages being shown and throughout the decades that this was in, you would think that the percentage would be a little bit higher than it was.
Yeah, and also, I mean this was over 10-year span, right?
Yeah.
Is that enough time, you guys, to gauge a job market? Jessica.
There's the deserving poor and the undeserving poor. So there's probably some people just sitting at home watching it all happen, and they count for the unemployed.
Yes. Go ahead. What's up, guys?
So you say that you can't expect everyone to get a job, and obviously you can't. And the deserving part of the deserving poor is important. I know that. But the fact is that even though there were plenty of people who were trying to get a job, they denied so many because of race and because of their heritage. So the fact is that even though there's so many people are unemployed, it doesn't matter because they weren't given a chance to get a job in the first place.
That is an exceptional point. Do you guys have anything to say to combat that?
Roosevelt doesn't pick who he hires, though. It's individual companies. So if you have a racist owner of a company, that's on the company. It's not on the individual.
But I feel like most owners of companies are like that.
Most owners of companies, right? Hey, guys, we're gonna start wrapping this up here. I'm gonna get quickly two more. Joe.
It wasn't just one company owner, it was our entire government. If you look at the programs, we've already shown that they were, for instance, the farm union. They eliminated the black farmers and let the whites overpower the market, and they cornered the market, so they were the ones making the money, while they kicked all the African Americans, they basically booted them to the floor, to the curb. They couldn't make money, and that wasn't on a corporation, that was on our government. So if you want to say it's corporations, then check your facts.
Hey. Okay, listen up.
Yeah.
Listen up.
Tell them, Joe.
He didn't mean that in a degrading way. He was just, he got into his piece there, and it was well put. Hold on, Richard, and then we're gonna have to wrap this up, guys. You guys are doing good.
As you stated this earlier, the legislature in Congress is mostly controlled by Southern Democrats, who obviously didn't agree with everybody being equal. So, if that was part of the New Deal's fault, Roosevelt didn't want this, but he was afraid to go against legislation so he can control because they technically control if the New Deal plans go forward, so he can't risk losing their trust.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna make a statement, remember what we actually said earlier.
Okay, guys, seriously, I'm taking Devin, okay, Anya, go ahead, you seem eager. Let's go. Let's go.
It doesn't matter if Roosevelt isn't the one who's the problem. Because the New Deal is not Roosevelt, it's the government as a whole. It doesn't matter who represents it. The entire government represents it. It doesn't matter what they think. You can't just say that, well, it's not Roosevelt's fault. No, it's not his fault, but he and the government, it may have been his idea, but it's the government as a whole trying to instate this idea that doesn't really help that many people.
And she does have a point. Do you guys want to close it out with the last closing argument?
I mean, would you rather have our government helping some people, or would you rather have it not doing anything with what Herbert did? And he just sat back and did that. Would you rather have that, or would you rather have actually?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
The government does not care about the people.
See, everyone has their own opinions, okay?
Exactly.
I'm going to tell you right now. Hey guys, listen up. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys had like some really good discussions going on. So much so, we're running out of time. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a complete stalemate. Yes. A stalemate, it's a tie. I think you guys both sides brought up excellent points. Hold on. We'll discuss this later. But yes, we're going to discuss this later, guys. But we don't have much time left, and I do have to close this out. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys both had great arguments, and next class, I mean, we can even talk about this again for a warm-up or something, okay? All right? So let me go ahead and close this out real quick. And then also, I'll be available after class if you guys want further guidance on my own personal opinions, and if you guys have questions about anything, really. Okay? So, I said it was a tie. There's always a tie.
They repeated themselves. You just went back.
Dude, no, I want to people, class, ladies and gentlemen, listen up here. I have to close this out, okay? Listen, guys, please, eyes on me, all of you, please. So, we obviously talked about the New Deal today, and obviously, there's people, that thought it didn't really help America,